Hello, YouTubers. Just dropping in to see who is available. I am in the bush today, turning my lean-to debris shelter into an A-frame debris shelter. Yeah, this is a little impromptu what's going on, Dan H? Thanks for dropping in, my man. I definitely appreciate it. Yeah, I've been seeing you in on a couple of lives. That's great. I'm glad you could join me. There's two other people. But yeah, I'm not going to be very, very long. But I am in the bush today because I did not make it yesterday. And what I did today is turn my lean-to debris shelter into an A-frame debris shelter. I see we have 4 people in the house. Thank you. Hey, Marilyn, how are you doing? How is everything in Texas? I hope all is well. Hey, Marco, how are you doing? Yeah, Marilyn, I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. I'm doing okay, Marco. I'm in the bush, just playing with my hobby. I turned my lean-to debris shelter into an A-frame shelter. Let me just show you a little bit about it. This is the outside of it. This side I completed today. And let me show you the inside. It's rather dark because it's a shelter. That opening in the end will have 0.7 mil painter's cloth, as well as this one as also. But yeah, that's what I did today. The lean-to debris shelter is complete now. So in 2 weeks I will be sleeping in it. I won't be sleeping in it this weekend because Saturday I will be turkey hunting, and Sunday, good. All right, I'm glad you guys are waiting on me because I'll definitely let you know. But this is the back of my debris shelter. And the good thing about this shelter, it is all nature. There's no paracord, so I do not have to take it down. I don't plan on taking it down. And as you can see, I had my lunch. My fire's going out, but yeah, it is. It is nice and cozy. Yeah, it has enough room for me and everything. So, of course, you know I'm going to make a video of it. These are my tools that I use. My saw, my mossy oak knife here, my mossy oak Overwatch. My Camillus knife, a S-wing hatchet, of course, an E-tool, of course, gloves. But yeah, I wasn't able to make it out yesterday, so it's like I definitely have to get out today. Yeah, I can't believe, man, the time is going by so fast. This is April the 3rd already. So, but yeah, Saturday I'll be turkey hunting. So, but I'm going to pass by here Saturday because the area I'm going to be hunting is just over that way. And I'm hearing gobblers. Every time I come here, I hear gobblers. But I want to see if I hear them Saturday. I'm going to come through here, and of course, it's going to be dark, but I'm going to check on my debris shelter. All in all, this was about, if I was to have done this constantly with no break, this was a good 6 hours of work. So a lean-to debris shelter is more or less for something long term. It's not for short term. Um, it's a lot of work, but it's rewarding. Um, I've built one before, but never to this extent. But the one that I built before, I did have to remove it because I did use paracord. But this one I don't have to remove. This is all nature. And again, I try to do things better than I did before. So yeah, this is my lean-to debris shelter has turned into an A-frame debris shelter. But you know, guys, when you go into the bush, shelter, water, food, and fire, it encompasses so much, so much. Shelter can be with a tarp, it can be with a tent, it can just be in a bundle of leaves. And you always have to have water. You know, we all know that it's said that we can go 3 days without water, but I can assure you, you would probably feel very uncomfortable after the first 24 hours. And you know, after the first 24 hours, without water, you're more than likely to become weaker. You're not going to feel well at all. So yeah, I'm sure you can make it with 3 days without water, but I definitely would not advise that. But yeah, you got to have the shelter, you got to have the water, the food. I just brought my lunch in, and I'd have extra food in the event that I had to stay here. Yeah, it's good and cool. Yeah, thanks, man. Hey, cruising is fun. Anytime. All right. Yeah, thank you for dropping in. I definitely appreciate it. And of course, the fire. Of course, here, for whatever reason, it's always wet when I come into the bush, but I read something yesterday that it's always going to be wet in the bush. We had a heavy rain yesterday, and of course, I brought backup tinder, but I was able to remove some bark from a tree, and I let it dry out. And I just wanted to really see if I could get a fire started with some natural tinder instead of the Vaseline and cotton balls. And it dried out well enough. And on the second strike, I believe, I got fire. The ferrocerium rod made some great sparks. It caught the tinder. I made some nice feather sticks. Hey, Dan, all the ground moss holds the water like a sponge. It really does. You know, I mean, this looks dry, but you dig up under it and half an inch, and it's moist. And even my fire pit, you know, it was moist. As soon as you put the wood down, it starts to soak the moisture in. And plus, some of the wood was wet anyway, but I batoned it, got to the middle, and I made a fire that's called a self-feeding fire. That's where all the wood is a butt to each other. And then it is horizontal. And hey, my mother Sparks, it's always good to see you. My mother Sparks, guess what I've been buying every day? Aloe water. It is really good. Thanks for informing me of that. But yeah, I made that fire. And it's a self-feeding fire. I didn't have to make a large fire because I'm just here for the day. But when I'm here all night, I'm not going to worry about wood because look at this long tree that's on the ground. Look how far it goes up. Now, you may say that's more than enough. It might be for, I know I can burn a lot of that tree for the night. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. But yeah, so there's that long tree. This stump right here, as well as the stump right here. That's good firewood. And look at this. I'm not going to have any problem getting firewood when I stay out here all night. But yeah, I'm finally finished with this. When I come out here next week, I'm going to pass by here going back to the road, And if there's a need for more leaves to be thrown on here, I'm going to do it. Again, about the lean-to debris shelter, it's a lot of maintenance. We had some heavy winds yesterday, and I'm just thinking all of my leaves probably blew off, but I was surprised. I only had to put a few leaves on, but I just did the front part today. I'm totally finished with it. When I come to spend the night in it, I'm going to bring some painter's cloth. They're 0.7 mil. Put them on each end, just to give me some vision so that I can see out of them. And of course, I'll have lights out here as well, and a fire that will go all night long. And when I had that fire, I went in to just lay down. Man, the heat just came right in. So with this being April, I don't know if it's going to get any colder, but I remember when I did my first overnighter in April, it was really, really cold. So you just never know. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in. I'm glad, to see Marco, my mother Sparks, my cousin Marilyn. This is it is a lot of work, but it's rewarding. This is a notch I can put in my book now that I did make a complete debris shelter. And I'm going to be making a wooden hammock as well. Plastic keeps draw in the heat. Okay, plastic keeps draws in the heat. Good. Yeah, it does. It does. I got that idea from who knows with the weather anymore. You're right. This weather is so unpredictable. I mean, here it is. I came in it was kind of cool this morning. So I've already shedded like 2 layers of clothing. Yeah, this weather is really, really unpredictable. But, we just deal with what we have. And it's better to have more clothing and not need it than to not have enough and get caught out in the cold. But I can remember times, here it is, April the 3rd, where it's been very, very cold, frigid cold. But it is what it is, But yeah, I'm going to be doing some tarp configurations now. Of course, I'm going to practice those in my backyard, and then I'm going to come out into the bush. But have you played with the different configurations with your new toy? I haven't yet, Marco. I have just been watching YouTube, and but I'm going to. Just don't take it all off, or you might end up tablet. Yeah, you're right, Mark. You're right, my mother Sparks. Yeah, but I'm definitely. Hey, Bougie, how are you doing? Thanks for dropping in. I definitely appreciate that. But yeah, I'm definitely going to do some practicing with my tarp. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to dedicate like at least 2 hours every day to my bushcrafting skills. I'm pretty good with the feather sticks. Firecraft is very, very important. But I'm going to do a lot of configurations. I want to have them. Hey, Sister Marie Kitchen, how are you doing? Thanks for dropping in. How are you doing, Jason? Thanks for dropping in. I definitely appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just out here. You guys, you know what I'm doing. I'm just practicing. Just practicing. The thing about bushcrafting, prepping and survival skills, I did not know that it was so much work. It's unlike a lot of other sports, it's a continuation, it's a journey, there's no destination. You just keep learning and learning and learning. Yeah, there are knots. I've been practicing with the knots. I can just say it's very, very rewarding though. But yeah, I wasn't able to make it yesterday. And I'm saying I got to squeeze it in on Monday. So I squeezed it in today. Tomorrow, I'm going to do some practice with my tarp in the morning. There's always something to practice with, I brought more water with me this time because last time I had enough to put out the fire, but I had to stay here a little longer to make sure that the fire was out. But I brought another 28 ounces of water, and when I was walking in, I could tell the difference. I came in with last week I had 2 40-ounce clean cans. Hey, Dynamite, how are you doing, sir? I came in with two clean canteens, which are 40 ounces, and a 16-ounce thing of Gatorade. So I had all of that today, and I said, well, let me just take another 28 ounces. And I've already went through 140 ounce and the 16 ounce. So I'm going to drink about another half of the 40 ounce clean canteen water, and I'm just letting the fire die out now. So I'll be here for maybe 2 more hours. The fire should be out by then. Plus, all I got to do is throw some of the soil on it, which is moist already. But I want to be absolutely sure that there are no embers left or anything like that. This is a windy day. You have to watch the fire closely. But yeah, this is I would love to see more bushcrafters from our community out there. I see the one that I watch all the time is Corporal's Corner. What's the other? Cold Cracker. I've been watching this lady named Marie. I think her name is Marie Outdoors. Been watching her. There's another lady in Germany named Vanessa Blanc. I watch her. I watch Woman Outdoors, who I believe she's in Pennsylvania. But there are a lot of people that are doing bushcrafting that I watch. But I really like, there's another guy from, I can't remember, Joan Robinette. He does bushcrafting about once a month. And there's another guy from another country with a German Shepherd. I watch those guys all the time. And there's always something to learn, always something to learn. So it's like when you watch them, you're actually taking notes also. But this shelter, believe me, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, I've been wanting to do this for a while. The last time I did it last year, I did it, but I knew I wanted to do more. You just really don't understand how much it entails. A lot of work, hey, burning calories, that's for sure. But it's all fun. Yeah, we got 9 people. Yeah, I definitely appreciate all 9 of you guys. I do. If you hit that thumbs up, that's even better. But how was everyone else's weekend? My weekend was basically a resting weekend. When I got up yesterday morning to go bushcrafting, I stayed up too late for number one. I didn't get into bed till about maybe 1:30 or 2 o'clock. You did good too. It's been great watching from the start to finish. Yeah, thank you, my mother Spark. It has been a strong process, but I am not ever taking this shelter down. I mean, the weather will have to take it down. And I'm going to come here and patch it up and patch it up. But I can't wait for the first night. It won't be this weekend, but it's going to be next weekend that I'm actually going to spend a night in the shelter. There's no way that I could build this thing and not spend a night in it. Yeah, working 12 hours on and 12 hours off. Yeah, Dan, I bet you, yeah, but the good thing, you're working. I mean, we all have to do that. But, hey, Patriot, Vision, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, it was an awesome weekend. Shannon and I were kicking it with Armella 771 Virginia Bushcraft. Yeah, but after all of this work, it's like, yeah, I got to spend the night in this. As a matter of fact, I know it's going to be more than one night, but it won't be this weekend because Saturday I'm turkey hunting and Sunday I'm with family. So the weekend afterwards, I'll definitely do that. Yeah. Just drop in before a meeting. Good to see you. Thank you. I definitely appreciate that. I definitely appreciate it, Vision. But Sister Maria, this lifestyle is addicting. You're right. This YouTube stuff, but it's fun. You meet I've met a lot of great people. And, I get a lot of good comments. And you learn from the comments, just other ways of thinking. I've got a lot of advice from a lot of comments, especially guys like Mark Kratz and X24 Reviews. Those are some good channels, yeah. But, Yeah, this is man, this was a lot of work, but you know what? Yeah, guys, it's done. It is completely done. This was a lot of work. I wonder, did the property value go up? I would love to know that. No, not in the bush since we're already paying taxes, you know. But yeah, I came in this morning and had my rucksack, and I know it was at least 50 pounds, but you know, I just carried so much stuff just in the event of like these solar panels here, one's here, got my radio just in case, my food, oh man, water, my line gear 2 stuff is here. My line gear number 1, that's all on me. But you know, out here in the bush by myself, no, I don't think there'd be any situation that I have to leave because of danger or anything like that. The only thing that I can see being dangerous is a tree falling, because I start thinking today, it's like, wait a minute, I'm next to all these trees that have fallen, which tells me, you know, these trees right here are alive. If you look up in the sky, you can tell they are alive. But, you know, I guess there was a good wind that came in and knocked these. This one back here that's piled up, I want to come back here and just harvest me some fat wood. With all that dirt that's piled up, I know there is a lot of fat wood in there. So that's going to be another adventure, you know. But I'm also going to be working on navigation. Even I have my compass with me, and you know, it led me in and everything. I didn't have any trouble finding my location this time, but I already know the way out. You can always give the trees around you the shake test. Yeah, I've heard about that. But one thing I'm going to be practicing on is navigation. Um, you know, that's just trying to, you know, if you take a look at my compass now, that's now I'm headed, that gives me a northern direction, which is fine. I'm right at 210 degrees. So when I leave, I'll just the opposite direction. Yep, that gives me, as you can see there. But of course, I can't go through all of that brush, but that tells me that would take me directly back to my vehicle. So what I'm doing now, I'm gonna put some emphasis on my compass and topo maps. This location that where I am now, I'm going to order a topographical map, and I'm going to get a compass with a base plate that I can use with the map. So even though I know some water places here, I want to be able to find all of them because I don't want to carry so much water, you know. Get the topo map and terrain associated the area. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. You know, when I was working for this one agency, we used to use a topo map, but I did not use the topo map to the extent that the engineers did. But so I know some about it, but you know, about the saddles and the rails and the backstops and things like that. But yeah, I'm really going to have to learn that topo map in depth because there are many places that I want to go. And really, when you're bushcrafting, you really should know your destination prior to leaving your house. You should know exactly where you're going. And you can only do that, I assume you can only do that by using a compass and a topographical map. So that's something I want to put some emphasis on, you know, and also start using the ranger beads. They mean ranger beads or paste beads. And that's why I say it's just, there's so much to learn doing the bushcrafting. So much to learn. But it's all fun. It's all fun. But, you know, when I'm working, doing this, I don't want to even look at my phone. I don't want to see what time it is because I just know it doesn't matter the time. It's just you have to complete this. So the time doesn't matter. I have to complete this, and that was it. But yeah, I completed it, and then I'm just gonna stay here for like maybe 2 hours and take it easy, and then head out to my vehicle, head home, hit the shower, take it easy, do a couple of other things, and then I will practice tomorrow with my tarp. I can't wait. I got a 10 by 10 tarp, a square, excuse me, a square tarp. So, you know, I looked at all the configurations using a square tarp as opposed to a rectangular tarp. So, basically with the tarps, all I've been making are lean-tos and A-frames, but I want to make these different, like 5-star. I mean, they're really awesome. You can even have a tarp. It's called a tent tarp with a flooring in it. So I'm going to do that. I do have a tent, which is a one-man tent, and I'll always keep that. And sometimes I'll just bring it out, and I don't know. One of these days, I'll just go in my backyard and sleep in it, just for the heck of it. But yeah, I really like. I like the tarps better for my purposes. As a bushcrafter, the tarps are lighter and they're much more portable. And you have more configurations, and you don't have to, usually with a tent, I would say you're looking for level ground. And of course, even with a tarp, this is level, and this would be fine for a tarp. But yeah, I'm going to learn those configurations. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can get a friend to come out here with me. Plow points with floor, if you like, yeah, lean to. You're right. That's the first one I want to do, is that plow point. I mean, that seems very, very easy. And, you can have that floor as well. So, yeah, bought me a very, very nice tarp from, it's called Texas Bushcraft. And I bought me a wool blanket. Man, why didn't I buy that thing sooner? I mean, there's been some nights at home, it's like I don't need to turn on my heating system at all. Wrapped up in that, it's a merino wool. It's like 80% wool. Man, that thing is so warm. So it's like, now, will I get an opportunity to use it though? Yeah, just remember to keep off the ground to keep your body heat from dropping. That's right. So my mother Sparks, you know what I'm going to do when I stay here? What I'm going to do, I'm going to fill 3 trash bags full of leaves, and then I'm going to use this bedroll that will keep me off the ground. And I'm going to be in a military bivy sack that's mylar on the inside. So, and plus I'm going to be 3 feet away from the fire. So, but that's right. You really have to be careful of that, of laying on the ground, because it will draw all the heat out of your body. And that is, not a comfortable feeling. But in the wintertime, I prefer to sleep on the ground. Summertime, I prefer to sleep suspended because of the bugs and so forth. But yeah, I definitely, I don't know if it's going to get colder here. But at night, it always gets cold in the bush, even in the summertime. Yeah, it does really fast. It would take the heat out of you fast. And especially the times that I've spent by myself, it's like, that's why all the free time that I have, I'm harvesting wood. I would not stop harvesting wood until about maybe an hour before dark, because I want to have so much wood that I will have no chance of running out. As long as you have that fire, that serenity, the comfort, security. Oh man, and the crackling and popping of that fire, man, that's one of the greatest things. I think that's like the main focus of bushcrafting is having that fire. But yeah, you got to have that fire, plenty of water. I mean, I could really drink my other 40-ounce clean canteen and my 28-ounce with no problem, which I know I probably will leave just a 28-ounce Bivvies are great to use them for, yeah, for over 29 years. Yeah. Yeah. A friend of mine, he gave me one that he used in the Air Force, and it's Mylar on the inside, and with a, what is it, a cord, a draw cord. And I'm sure I just tried it out one night in my living room. It's like, yeah, this is for outdoors because, man, your body heat, I mean, it just really, it is rampant, you know. Oh, that heat comes so fast. So I'm thinking, with that bivy sack that my friend gave me from the military, with that, a merino wool blanket, and you know, with my bags full of leaves and my bedroll, I'm gonna be very warm. But yeah, I don't know. This being April the 3rd, I don't know if it's gonna get really, really cold. But I'm just thinking. I remember when I did my first overnighter, man, it was cold. I mean, I stayed so close to that fire, and I really thought, oh yeah, you can go out there and get the fire, sleep for an hour. Yeah, I don't know about. I don't know how people say, well, you got to get it. You have to get a good night's sleep. I don't think you'll ever get a good night's sleep in the bush by yourself. I was telling one friend, um, wool socks. Yep. When I do an overnighter, I bring two pair of socks, one for the day and then one for night. Yeah, because you know you're in those socks and you're sweating and everything. So I always change, and if I'm here for 2 days, I bring an extra set of clothes. But I was trying to tell a friend once. I think the ideal thing is if you have two or more people, you can get a good sleep with one person doing perimeter security from 12 to 2, the other person doing it from 2 to 4, and the other person doing it from 4 to 6. It's just so hard to coordinate schedules with people, you know, working and everything. But that's one of my goals. If I can get some more guys and, you know, let them know, hey, man, we're doing bushcrafting and this is our plan. You know, we want to do perimeter security 2 hours at a time. The person that's doing the perimeter security will make sure that the fire does not go out. And I think that would be ideal. That would really be ideal. So, but you know, I know some guys, but again, you know, it's coordinating the schedules, you know. But you know, everyone, you know, we have family obligations, working, you know, people are tending to their gardening and helping others and so forth. So, yeah, that's something I want to do. And plus, I want to get some fishing in as well. I like fishing and just like giving the fish to elderly people. So, when I was coming here this morning, I saw some guys with a boat. It's like, wow, it's April. It's still trout season though. But I remember I used to fish January, February. The weather didn't matter. You know, just out there trying to catch some fish. But yeah, I'm glad I completed my lean-to. Well, it's not a lean-to now. It's an A-frame debris shelter. Yeah, 2 to 4 hours longer than that. Someone that isn't trained for it will lose focus. That's right. That's right. Yeah, you know, and that's the thing. That's why I won't look at my phone. I won't look at the time. When I'm out here, I have to stay focused on what I'm doing, and then I still watch my surroundings. I don't eat fish. No, I don't. I don't eat fish or I don't eat chicken. Um, I'm just a vegetable guy, you know. Um, man, I'm just vegetables and fruit, you know. But and that's one thing that you know what, I know now that I'm gonna have to. I thought you were only veggie. Yeah, I'm just a veggie and fruit guy. Yeah, but you know what? Now I'm gonna have to do the indoor gardening. Um, that's I'm gonna have to try that. Yeah, yeah, yep, I am. I've been a vegetarian since March of 1981, and it wasn't difficult to become a vegetarian because even when I was younger, I very seldom ate meat. I mean, I would eat hamburgers and hot dogs, but I wasn't a steak and all of that. I just wasn't. But I don't know why. So, and I tell friends, you know, I say, well, why did you ever become a vegetarian? I said, because even back in 81, I said, because meat's too expensive. hydroponic indoors. Yes, that's. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I'm going. I see a lot of people doing that now, so that's what I'm going to have to try. Um, because I mean, I went into hydroponic. Yeah, I went into the store the other day. I mean, could you believe like no asparagus, none whatsoever? It's like, are you really kidding me? No asparagus? So I had to go to another grocery store to get asparagus. But whoever heard saying you have to go, um, that you have to go from store to store to get vegetables? I guess you do, you know. But yeah, man, I'm a asparagus, cabbage, oh, garlic, onions, carrots. That's me. Saute it. Oh man, baked potato, yeah, that's me, you know. But anyway, yeah, that's just I don't know, just me, you know. But yeah, and something I want to do, I'm thinking about there's this class, this guy, he's a bushcraft instructor, and he has a class in foraging. Hey, what's it, Willie Jilly? How are you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Virginia looks into Misfits Market. Okay, 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 yeah, yeah. Still trying to read this chart. Yeah, but there's a class I'm going to take. A guy, I think it's Tim McWelch. He has a class in bushcrafting, and what I want to learn specifically is foraging because, I mean, yeah, I can find some blueberries and acorns, but I've got to find some foods that I can eat out here because, you know, you always bring food with you, and I want to come off like for maybe 2 days with some more people, but I want to forage all my food, but I will have food just in case. But that's something I want to do. You know, I mean, there's a place I've foraged before, but I don't know how if you really call it foraging when you're doing your walk around the park and you just pull some blueberries uh, uh, off the tree, you know, and pomegranates, you know. I don't know if that's really foraging, you know. Everyone's on the trails like, oh, let me get some of these, you know. But yeah, I've done that, but you know, I haven't. You know, I know you can. Dandelions are good, but I know mushrooms, but I wouldn't take a chance on mushrooms because I don't know which ones are good and which ones aren't. Alan K does class. Okay, Alan K. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. But I really want to take a class in foraging, you know, because I mean, to really fully bushcraft, you have to do some foraging, you know. But and that's why another thing I always do, I always bring out different knives, cutting tools every time I come out here. You know, this time I brought 2 different knives. I had a different saw last week, but you know, the saw that I have with me now it cuts on the push and the pull. It's so much more efficient than a saw that just pulls. There's some good saws, you know, the Silkwood saw. I have a Corona, which is really good, but I've gotten so used to that saw with the push and pull, much easier. But also what I know every time you use a saw, you know, anything you use, you have to keep it sharp. I have to learn how to sharpen a saw. I'm very good with sharpening knives, but I want to learn how to sharpen saws, you know, because I mean I have like 1, 2, 3. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 saws, you know, and my favorite one is the Fiskars D-ring. I mean that thing cuts really cut, but I know it can use some sharpening. But things like that I really want to learn, you know. When I watch these survival shows, they say always end up tapping out from eating poison fruits and vegetables. That's why I want to take a foraging class, because I do not want to put anything poisonous in my body. Yeah, that's why they tap out. You know, they get sick. So there's where I live, there's a lady in Fredericksburg, Virginia. She's trying out for I think it's Naked and Alone, Small Diamond Fowl and a lot. Okay, the chat went out. But yeah, that's a lady in my where I live. She's trying out for what is it? Naked and alone and naked, naked and alone, or something like that. It's like, wow, that's going to be interesting, you know. But I was listening to Survival Lily, and she says when she did it, okay, fought a lot of time to sharpen them. Okay, naked and afraid. Okay, thanks, Willie. Yeah, she's trying out for naked and afraid. But I was listening to what's her name, Survival Lily, and she was talking about it, and she says they have a radio that the sponsors or whomever check in with them every day. So they're really not, they're out there alone, but they are being watched, you know, for medical reasons. You know, there's liability issues. They have to sign waivers and so forth. But yeah, can you imagine being out there? I think, how long are they out there? 30 days or something? Can you just imagine being out there with no clothes, sleeping on the nature's floor? You know, she made a vest or a dress out of nature. Man, and they asked her, would she do it again? And she said she wouldn't do it again because she hasn't gotten back up to her body weight, you know, but, you know, you really have to be in shape to do something like that. I said, you know, great show, very educational. Yeah, yeah, you know. But I one time I thought about doing that. It's like, no way, not me. Some challenges are 21 days all the way to 60 days. Man, I just couldn't do it. You know, I was speaking with a friend one time, and he was saying, you know, I want to go out for, I want to go out for 3 or 4 days. And my reply to him is that, are you sure you really want to go out for 3 or 4 days? I said, why don't you just try going out for a day first? Go out for a day and build up, you know. Go out for a couple of days, you know, a day at a time, then stay late at night, then do overnighters. You know, it takes a lot of, Survivor Lily did that show. Yes, yes, she did. But it takes just a lot of getting used to, you know. I mean, I heard some story where a guy went out, he saw something strange. He didn't go out for 2 years, and he finally started going back out. You know, I've heard things like that. But yeah, my goal was to, you know, get out into the bush 3 times a month. 3 times a month, at least twice, do 2 day outings and 1 overnight. That was my original plan. But then again, scheduling, you know, that's really, really tough, you know. But yeah, but next week it's a turkey hunt. Then I'm with family on Sunday. And I've never gotten a turkey. I've never gotten a turkey. I've never gotten a bear. I've never gotten a rabbit. So I don't know how, if I'm in the bush, I'm going in with all the assets I can possibly. Yeah, the bush went out. Yeah, believe me, I have some serious assets with me, you know. Okay, possibly carry, not naked and afraid. Kudos to those who do, though. I tried one night and got chased out by, yeah, but you know what? That is why I have, one of the reasons I have this staff walker. In the event that I am confronted with raccoons. You know, that was my main purpose. And in addition, now I've never gotten a rabbit. Never. I've come close, but I've never, I don't know if I'm that great of a hunter, you know. I mean, I've got the most logical thing, deer, you know. But man, I was out hunting once. I think I was squirrel hunting. Man, I hit this pile brush. That rabbit came out of there so fast. It's like you wouldn't even have time to get your shotgun ready, you know. Of course, I was using number 6 shots, you know. You don't want to just tear the squirrel up. But yeah, that rabbit came out so fast, you know. You're not allowed to get, oh, well, here we can, though. But I guess it's very jurisdictions, you know. But, you know, I'm not really interested in getting a rabbit, you know. Hey, the Sand Van, how are you doing? Thanks for dropping in from Australia. How are you doing? I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. My thing is that I really want to get a bear. I've never seen, let's see, get them trash pandas. But you know, I've never seen a bear doing bear seizing. season. I've never seen a bear. I only see bears out of bear season, and it's usually in the summer when I'm squirrel hunting. But no, did you see my new? Yeah, I did see your new fur. What was his name again? I saw that. I saw it last night. Yeah, he's a cutie pie. Was it Daryl? I think his name Daryl. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, yeah, and that's the all the equipment that you buying. You have to have like you said, a pad because of his paws. You don't want to put him on the floor. Yeah, I saw that. That was really, really, really nice. And you know what? I like that video really for what it's meant to. The real message. That's a good video. You know, it's just I don't know. Everyone is just opinionated but I understand. He is he and she is she. Oh, Daryl. Okay. So you can't catch any more. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's Daryl. Yeah, that's nice and fluffy. Yeah, but that was very generous of the place where you stayed. The lady, she raises rabbits. That was very generous of her to gift you with that rabbit. Yeah, a new addition to the family. Yeah, but yeah, it's I don't know, but I'm looking forward to doing more bushcrafting. Like I say, guys, Mother Sparks, they are cute. Yeah, hey guys, but really, just try it. Just go out in the bush, go out with someone, and just try it, and you will see that, man, it's just totally awesome. It is so challenging. I mean, every time I come out, something unique happened. It's like I hang my rucksack every single time I come here. Every single time. Why did I have difficulties today? My rucksack kept sliding down. I don't know. There's always some abnormality that happens. I guess that's just part of bushcrafting. And, while I see my fires really going out, it's barely smoking. But yeah, there's always something abnormal that happens when you are bushcrafting. It's like, why is it taking me 10 minutes to hang this rucksack? I never had that problem before. Yes, we're very kindly, yep, and it's super cute, fluffy, but yeah. That's yeah, yeah, and you think you said he was like 3 weeks old? 3 weeks old? Yeah. But yeah, I know you're gonna be attached. He's gonna get used to you really fast, and you are gonna be really attached to that bunny. Yep. Hey, you can have a special day for him next week. Give him some Easter candy. It's Bunny Day, Easter. Give him some bunny candy. Yeah. Yep. 2 months. Oh, okay. 2 months. 2 months. Where am I getting 3 weeks from? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, I'm just out here because I didn't get out here yesterday, and it's like, man, that will put me a week behind. And I just kept saying, man, with those strong winds that we had yesterday, yep, she's Devil Tommy. Yeah, with those winds we had yesterday, I kept saying, I bet you that wind is just blowing all of my leaves off. But you know what I'm finding out? I think this stuff starts to pack down. Of course, I'm always going to have to fill in some holes at some point. But hey, that's fine. But and even if anyone else comes here when I'm not here, I hope they use it. I wish anyone that comes into this bush and they see this A-frame debris shelter, they are more than welcome. I would love to leave a sign saying vacant, but you're not supposed to leave anything like that on in these wildlife management areas. So, that's why I said, if I had a stitch of paracord, I wouldn't leave it up. But that was my intent, not to use any paracord. But what I wanted to do, what I was thinking about after I started, it's like all of these roots that I pulled up, I should have tried to use some of those routes. Um, is that in Northern Virginia? Yeah, it's in Northern Virginia. This is Northern Virginia that I'm in. Um, okay, yeah, okay, more of the sparks. But I was thinking about using the roots as cordage, but you always think about it after the fact. So I know at home I got a sheet of paper front and back of things to do concerning bushcrafting, and the list keeps getting longer and longer and longer. But I don't know. It's all in fun, and it's very, very rewarding. Especially building this debris shelter. Man, it's work. I'm telling you, it's a lot of work. And again, I would say total hours put into this, at least 6 to 8 hours. I mean, you're harvesting wood, you're sawing wood, you're walking, you're pulling wood, you're taking greenery off trees, you're just putting them on there, and then you're gathering leaves and more leaves and more leaves, and then it's like, got to take a rest, don't want to overdo it, you got to know your limitations. But it's fun, and the thing is, no neighbors. There are no neighbors out here when you do this stuff. I can hear people up on the road, but I can't see them, nor can they see me. This is a wildlife management area. So I see a lot of people riding their horses and so forth, especially on the weekends. There is a sighting range, I guess maybe 3 or 4 miles from, no, it has to be about at least 5 to 6 miles. There's a sighting range. There are a couple of fishing ponds. There's Rappahannock River. There's some walking trails. So there's a lot to do at these wildlife management areas. And I mean, can you imagine that? And it's all free. That's the good thing about it. It's all free. So I really try to take advantage of it, living out here, doing these things. When I lived closer in the city, when I lived closer to Washington, D.C., I would have to drive out to these locations. And then you always have to deal with traffic. You have to leave extremely, extremely early in the morning, but you would always hit traffic going back. Now I'm living out here. I'm maybe 18 miles away from home, but there are some wildlife management areas that are maybe 60 miles away from me that I definitely want to check out. One of them is Rapidan Wildlife Management Area. If you guys get the chance, Google Rapidan Wildlife Management Area. You will see it is a place that's nothing but mountains. There is nothing flat. Everything is up and down, up and down. And that is where a lot of people do their bear hunting. So, I mean, they have their trained dogs and everything. So, I don't know. One of the problems is, going so far out, but they have a bear season here at this location, but of course, bear season has come and gone, But I don't know. Just think how much longer it would have taken if you lashed and tied. Yeah, it would have been much, much longer. Much longer, Lashing and tying everything. Wow. And then speaking of lashing, last year I made a hammock, a wooden hammock. Hey, badass, how you doing, man? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, good to see you. I know you got that Mustang rolling. I bet you do. Ready for that track. But I made a hammock, a wooden hammock last year. Hey, Jason, how you doing? You know where I am. But I made a hammock last year, and I used rope and paracord. Now the rope has I think they call it tensile strength of 300 pounds, but I bought something, poly something, and it holds up to 2,500 pounds. So I am going to make a hammock troublemaker. I'm going to make a hammock using that. Like I said, everything that I've done, I want to improve upon it. So I'm going to make that hammock. And when I made that hammock last year, I spent the night in it, and it was cool, I mean, it was 4 pieces of wood. My mattress was made out of paracord, and of course I had the bedroll with me. But yeah, no, this was another time that I did that. This was one time I was out by myself that I made that. But yeah, it was very similar to what when you and I were out, Jason. Very similar to that. But I want to make one again using poly. It's called poly something. I ordered it like 500 feet of it, so I'm going to use that. I saw Corporal's Corner. That's what he was using. So everything that I did last year, I just want to improve up on it. You know, I want to be more efficient at it, and but you know, it's a lot of work, but it's very rewarding, rewarding, you know. But yeah, this is just my fun times, you know. Like I said, I was at home. It's like yesterday. It's like I can't believe it. I stayed up too late. I woke up. It was like, why am I going to leave home now at 10:30? I'm not going to get everything done. So I just said, you know what? I'll make the best of yesterday. I was contemplating going fishing at the lake there. Okay. Yeah, they have a nice lake here. Very nice lake. But they have this thing about the bass has to be 22 inches. I don't know about that. If I catch a bass, and even if it's close to 22 inches, I don't know what I would do with that. But I know an elderly person would enjoy that fish, you know. Yeah, that elderly person would enjoy that fish. But there's another lake I go to. It's called Curtis Lake. Man, that's very good bass fishing there. You know, very good bass fishing. But yeah, this is I don't know. You know, again, you know, I tell people I don't do this saying, oh, I'm gonna have to run out of my home or anything like that. Prepared Irishman, how you doing? Thanks for dropping in, sir. I definitely appreciate that. How are you doing? Yeah, Prepared Irishman. I see him in a lot of lives, man. And you know what? It would really be great just to see everyone that you associate within the community. You know, that would really. I haven't seen hardly any of them. You know, very few. But that would really be great. Yeah, Prepared Irishman. Thank you. Great. Yeah, guys. Yeah, we got 10 people in. That's great. Hey, Donna Divine, how are you doing? Glad you could drop in. You know, I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone that's dropping in. It's just like, hey, remember back in the day when they had the party lines? I remember I would go to my father's hometown. We need to do a meetup in our area. That's true. But I remember when I would go to my father's hometown in East Texas, they had a phone system called a party line. And the phone would ring, and people would pick it up, and they would be listening to other conversations. But I guess when you're doing a live, this kind of reminds me, you know, you get to speak to numerous people at one time, you know, which is good. But yeah, I just thought about that. Yeah, man, those. Well, I guess I'm telling my age, you know, when you talk about the party lines, you know. Hey, Bougie, my partner in crime. Oh, that's badass. Yeah. I didn't know he was your partner in crime. Yeah. Bougie Prepper is she has a nice channel, guys. Check her out. She's doing some hydroponics as well. But you know what? I saw Bougie on a video where she was doing the Ferrocim rod, making the fire. I think Bougie is an individual that is ready to hit that bush. Yeah, man, she's done some amazing things, you know. So check her channel out, Bougie Prepper. Yeah, she's, man, and she used to do this thing called cast iron. No, Fired Up Friday, and there was a cast iron. Man, some of the most appetizing dishes, you know. It's like, I wish I could cook like that. Guys, I'll tell you now, I'm not a very good cook. I can cook well enough for myself, but I'm not a good cook at all, you know. And yeah, y'all saw her on one of them when she was doing that dance. Yeah, showed her tool and everything. Yeah, but hey, you know, she's a New Yorker. She's a New Yorker. I'm a Texan. But I've been in this area over half of my life, so I would really say now I'm a Virginian. Castine Wednesday, okay. Yes, yeah, she says she's not a good cook. That's just not true. I'll have fresh vegetables for you in 2 months. Yeah, yeah, Jason, he has a uh, nice plot of land, you know. I mean, you know, and the thing is, it's really hard finding so much land, you know, contiguous land and so forth. It's all split up, you know. Um, all the land is split up, you know. You know, where I am now, you used to, I think you could get like 3 acres. I think they're limited that now. I'm not sure, but yeah, you know, I don't know. Getting land is really it's a big chore in this day and age, you know, as we know with interest rates going up and everything. Yeah, wrong with New. Hey, nothing's wrong with New York. You know, I just don't go to New York. I don't have any business in New York. You know, I've been to New York. I enjoyed it when I was there, but the only places I go is from Virginia to Texas, back and forth. Now I'm a traveling man to Virginia and Texas. You know, too expensive to invest in land. Yeah, yeah, you're right about that. But you know, I don't know. I enjoy Virginia. I do. I've been here long time. I lived in Washington D.C. I moved to Virginia. Moved back to D.C. Moved back to Virginia. Back to D.C. Back in Virginia, for good now. You know. So, but you know, of course, my second home is in San Antonio, Texas. That's a lovely city. If you guys ever get a chance, you go to San Antonio, go to the Riverwalk, Eastern Market. Beautiful city. The Alamo, a lot of museums. Yeah, you go talk about solid gold. Solid gold. I wish I had some of that, you know. But no, guys. So it's been about an hour, so I just wanted to check in and show you guys firsthand. You guys get to see firsthand my A-frame debris shelter. I guess again it would have been 6 to 8 hours of work, but it's complete, and I'm looking forward to spending the night in it. Not next week for sure, but I'm looking to spend the night in it and go from there. So guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. I appreciate you guys dropping in. I appreciate you hitting that thumbs up, and we will go from there. So I'm going to see everyone next time. Be on the lookout for the video. It'll be much more in detail about my A-frame debris shelter. All right, take care. See you later. Take care, Bougie. Thank you, Donna. Appreciate it.